Thanks for joining me. Today I'm in the studio with Mark Neugebauer from Adelaide, who is a plaintiff in the upcoming case to be heard in the High Court of Australia. And he has a background in disability care and also as a foster parent. So we're going to find out about Mark's journey and where things are up to and why this case that he's involved with is so important. So Mark, thanks for being with us. And let's find out about your story first. So welcome, Mark.
Thank you. Thanks, Cam.
Thanks for being here. This is really intense time for you, isn't it?
Oh, it's been an intense time for so many Australians over the last 2 years. You know, I'm just one of many, so I'm not sort of speaking for myself, speaking for so many thousands of Australians that have had to endure the last 2 years.
It feels like about 10, but it's 2.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So tell us about that very quickly. You know, your backstory. I know there's stuff out there, but for people who haven't seen it.
Yeah, sure. So just an average person getting on with my life, like everybody else, and then obviously 2020 came, beginning of 2020, and things didn't make sense to me early on. You know, I was following some alternative media and that as well, and so quite quickly, my inquisitive mind, I started looking at what was going on, and there was already some people speaking out. So I ended up having to make a really tough decision about stepping down from that, because I couldn't, knowing what I knew, what I'd uncovered in the research I'd done, I couldn't take a person living with a disability that relied on us making a decision to a doctor's appointment to receive something, but then ultimately the South Australian government decided, or under SA Health's guidance and all the others that we know that are making all these decisions nationally, decided that I could no longer work in that sector because I didn't submit to something that I believed inertly.
So your corporate knowledge, your skill set, your energies were released by SA Health.
Now we have a case which is well and truly briefed with Senior Counsel Mark Robinson and new Junior Counsel Dr. Jason Donnelly, where we have 6 applicants. The first 4 applicants are doctors. We have Associate Professor Peter Parry, Dr. Julian Fidge, who's a pharmacist and GP, Dr. Shoba Iyer, who's a specialist geriatrician, and also Dr. Astrid Leffringhausen, a renowned virologist, Australian virologist, originally from Germany. And our 5th applicant is again Mark Neugebauer, appropriately. And of course, the AVN is on the end of the ticket as our 6th applicant.
The evidence that we're presenting is available to every single Australian person if they choose to look for it. But people, you know, we're busy. People are getting on with their life. They're busy. They're not going to go and do their own research.
No.
But we're not presenting anything. We're not going to be presenting anything that people can't readily look up themselves, studies and data, and that we've just had the ability of people that have been able to unpack that properly to put into a case.
Legal minds to
good legal minds to do that. But the problem is, and people need to, and this is where I think people need to ask the question, ask a huge question, is that why does something needs to go to the High Court of Australia for Australians to find out about this data, right? Why would we have to get and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars?
And why has it taken 2 years?
And why has it taken 2 years to do so, right? So this is why we're encouraging people, well, I'm encouraging people as much as possible. You know, if you've got the means, if you haven't got the means, we know it's tough. You know, we've seen interest rate rises, we've seen massive hits to the economy. I understand that. We're a lot of people in the same boat.
Do what you can.
Do what you can. If you can't financially help yourself, share the heck out of the video. Share it with your people. Talk. Open up the discussions.
And become aware.
Well,
Mark, thanks for joining us today. I know you're just one of many, and you don't want to grandstand, but good on you. And it takes all of us to do something. So let's see what happens and keep us apprised of what's going on with the case.
Will do, and I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to be able to talk about it. Yeah,
thanks, mate.
Thanks so much.